You won't believe what happened out on the windy sea that day. What started as an ordinary fishing trip suddenly turned into an unforgettable memory. Right before the fishermen's eyes, a massive king mackerel measuring 2.13 meters long was caught in the net, and the entire crew held their breath. This wasn't just a rare trophy catch. It was living proof of the ocean's incredible abundance. But to earn that moment, they had to endure a breathtaking battle, man against the sheer power of nature. And today, join me as we set sail on this one-of-a-kind mackerel hunting journey, where every second will make your heart race. Stay with us till the end. The king mackerel, also known as the white mackerel, has a long, slender body that tapers toward the tail, covered with smooth, thin skin and almost no scales. Its back is dark blue or silvery gray, while its belly is white. Short pectoral fins and crescent-shaped tails allow it to swim at incredible speed. An adult usually measures between 80, 150 centimeters and can weigh up to 35 kilograms. This species inhabits tropical and subtropical waters of the Indian Ocean and the Western Pacific. They are pelagic fish, often found near the coast but avoiding muddy water. Their diet includes small fish, squid, and crustaceans, and they usually travel in large schools. King mackerel are prized for their white, rich, and flavorful meat, a premium ingredient in many cuisines. They live in deep offshore waters, moving in large schools that appear only during certain seasons, so catching them requires careful preparation. Before heading out, fishermen ready mid-sized boats, special drift nets, and ice-filled storage holds. The destination this time is an offshore area known as the mackerel ground during peak season. At the right moment, the schools will appear. The most common technique is drift net fishing. Fishermen begin by thoroughly inspecting the nets, checking floats and lead lines, then neatly arranging them for smooth release. Using their experience, they select areas with strong currents or feeding grounds, especially during dusk. The boat moves slowly while the net is released in a long straight line. The lead rope sinks the net to the desired depth, while the float line keeps it upright like a wall in the water. Once deployed, the net is anchored with buoys and left to drift for several hours or overnight. Finally comes the hauling. From one end, the crew pulls the net back on board, carefully removing each fish caught in its mesh. Then, the long-awaited moment arrives. The heavy tension on the rope signals a massive catch. The cable strains as if ready to snap. The boat sways with every pull. Sweat drips, voices shout in unison, and suddenly, a giant silver body bursts through the waves. Among the many fish, one stands out, a gigantic king mackerel over 2 meters long. Extremely rare since most only reach 1 to 1.5 meters. It was truly a record-breaking catch that day. The entire journey kept everyone holding their breath from start to finish. Hauling the net became a true battle, teams of fishermen taking turns until, at last, the enormous fish was lifted onto the deck.
Cholo sa Yortao.
While commercial fishermen use drift nets for large-scale harvests, mackerel fishing is also a popular recreational sport around the world. Unlike industrial fishing, it's governed by strict rules and licensing systems. In countries like the US, Canada, Norway, and Panama, mackerel angling has become a thriving tourism industry, bringing millions in annual revenue. Participants must obtain permits and follow regulations on the number and size of fish kept. In many regions, catches are for sport only, not for sale. Sport fishermen use specialized boats, heavy-duty rods, and ultra-strong lines to withstand the incredible strength of these fish. A fight with a large mackerel can last hours, testing patience, skill, and endurance. Processing such a magnificent fish is not just a job, it's an art, requiring precision and care to preserve its natural flavor. To fillet a giant mackerel, chefs use a set of specialized knives, including razor-sharp filleting blades. Each cut is made skillfully along the bone, removing sinew and excess fat. A professional can fillet an entire giant fish in just a few minutes, producing perfect slices ready for high-end dishes. The freshly cut meat can be prepared in countless ways. Delicate white fillets arranged for sashimi, served chilled. One dip of wasabi and the rich flavor explodes in your mouth. It can also be pan-seared, grilled over charcoal, or made into steaks. Experienced cooks even turn it into sushi, fish cakes, or shredded dried fish for children. From a fierce battle at sea to a grand feast on shore, this giant mackerel becomes both a reward and a tribute, a celebration of nature's beauty and human craftsmanship. From the thrilling voyage at sea to the elegant dining table, the journey of this 2.13-meter king mackerel perfectly captures the bond between humankind and the ocean. It's not just a test of strength against the waves, but proof of the ocean's abundance and the fisherman's mastery. Every tender white slice is more than food. It's the result of hard work, experience, and respect for nature. Above all, the sea reminds us, harvesting wisely and cherishing marine resources is the only way to preserve these miraculous moments for the future. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to explore more thrilling ocean stories with us. Following the winding currents of South America's tropical rivers, fishermen set out in search of a fish with a striking appearance and astonishing speed, the giant peacock bass. For local fishermen, this fish is not only a valuable food source but also a formidable opponent in every test of strength on the water. What surprises await them ahead?
Let's explore the journey all the way to the end of this video.
The peacock bass, also known as cicla or tucunaré, belongs to the cichlid family, one of the most famous freshwater predator families. They are most commonly found in the Amazon River basin and the waters of Suriname and Guyana in South America. Easily recognizable by their yellow or greenish body, dark vertical stripes, and the signature black spot near the tail, they stand out among Amazonian fish. As one of the top predators in the Amazon system, the peacock bass has a broad jaw and razor-sharp teeth. An adult can grow over 1 meter long and weigh between 11–13 kilograms. They thrive in warm, clean waters, particularly in areas with submerged trees and rocky riverbanks. Living in schools divided into smaller hunting groups, they prey on smaller fish, shrimp, crabs, and insects. The peacock bass is most active during early mornings and late afternoons. They become especially aggressive during spawning season, from December to April. That is why fishing for this species requires careful timing and precise techniques to maximize success. One of the most effective ways to catch giant peacock bass is lure fishing. Fishermen row their boats through flooded forests or rocky banks, casting artificial lures designed to mimic smaller fish. These brightly colored lures, attached to long fishing lines, are jerked repeatedly to create the illusion of a real fish swimming. When a bass bites, fishermen strike hard and begin reeling it toward the boat. This process demands patience and caution, as peacock bass are renowned for their strength and endurance, thrashing violently in an attempt to break free.
There you go, there.
In some cases, once the fish is close to the boat, fishermen dive into the water to catch it directly. They brace firmly, using leg strength for balance, then grab the gills or body, two key areas to control the fish, while avoiding its powerful thrashes. After subduing the fish, they haul it onto the boat.
Bem.
For smaller individuals, fishermen may even catch them by hand at the bow of their boat. Once the fish takes the bait and is pulled close, the fisherman quickly grabs its gills, lifts it out of the water, and secures it into the hold.
Calma. Calma. Au.
Others prefer using traditional fishing rods, made from bamboo or fiberglass. They travel to deeper, more complex waters and cast their lines forcefully toward predetermined spots. Once the bait hits the water, anglers give the rod subtle rhythmic twitches to mimic prey movements and provoke the fish. When the rod suddenly jerks with force, the fisherman sets the hook deeper into the fish's mouth and carefully adjusts the drag. Then begins a slow, steady retrieval until the fish is exhausted and can be pulled on board. Regardless of the method, bringing a giant peacock bass on board is never easy. If attention wavers, the fish's thrashing can create waves strong enough to rock the boat. In some cases, their raw pulling power may snap fishing lines or tear the bait free.
Hey.
In Southeast Asia, including Vietnam, peacock bass have been introduced and farmed, particularly in Tryon Lake, Dong Nai. However, due to their invasive nature, they are listed as a harmful alien species in Vietnam. Their habitats and feeding must be carefully managed to avoid excessive competition with native fish, which could reduce biodiversity. Peacock bass meat is highly prized for its firm texture, few small bones, and naturally sweet flavor. It can be prepared in a variety of dishes, from salt-grilled, deep-fried, hot pot, to steaming. Beyond taste, the meat is rich in protein, omega-3 fatty acids, and essential minerals, making it beneficial for immunity and heart health. For fishermen of the Amazon, every hunt for the giant peacock bass is more than just a source of nutrition or household income. It is the result of years of experience and honed skill. If you found this journey exciting, don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on more thrilling stories of conquering unique fish species around the world.